Hey guys, it's actually been quite a while since I've made a video like this. I figured I had a really cool game. Near the end of this game, there is a double ZHONYAS 1v5 outplay where I get a triple kill, and I can't wait to show you guys that. But I'm just going to be doing this basic replay review just like the good old days, except now I have a much better microphone, so you guys don't have to hear static or just a terrible audio quality. Hopefully the audio quality these days is a little bit better. Against a Fiora this game. So I'm actually looking for the level 1 proxy. If they give you the level 1 proxy, then you might as well just go for it. There's no point in not taking it. You see my Cassiopeia is actually getting collapsed on from both sides. Very unfortunate. She's probably in a little bit of trouble here. I'm pretty sure she died here. I played this game a little while ago. I think it's been like 2 hours or 3 hours, but yep, yeah, she goes down here if I remember correctly. Poor Cassio. The best part there is Fiora actually didn't get first blood, so she didn't get the gold benefit from that. Just looking for the level 1 proxy because, like I said, if they let you level 1 proxy, in my opinion, it is always a good option to take runes this game. Dark Harvest, obviously, just the standard runes that I've been using. If you guys watch my recent guide, then you know what I've been doing. Dark Harvest, Taste of Blood, Ravenous Hunter, and what's the other one that I'm taking? I forget. Ghost Poro, yeah, Ghost Poro. So you see me put the Ghost Poro down there so I can see Fiora walking into her lane. I lose the Ghost Poro cooldown, but the cool part about that is you actually still get the bonus AP. So I have 38 AP level 1. That's because I have a +5 from the Ghost Poro whenever you're on the enemy half the map. So it's one of the best runes in my opinion for proxying. I'm going to go ahead and take waves. I like to ward here after the first wave so you can see the enemy jungler if they decide to go for wolves and then gank you. Usually this is the path that they'll walk through. They don't like to walk through here as much anymore now that Scuttle Crab is very important. So I know that Warwick took enemy blue buff and he's going to wolves, so I can actually get a little bit of information out of this. Because the Vi hasn't actually came over to kill the wolves and then gank top lane, I know she's probably doing Scuttle Crab over here. So the jungle meta right now, from what I understand, is just trading buffs and then trading Scuttle. So one jungler will take, you know, bottom side blue or red and then take bottom side Scuttle, and one jungler will take top side red or blue and then top side Scuttle. So if you're in a game where your jungler is taking top side and enemy jungler is taking bot side, you can kind of bet that they'll go for the Scuttle, which means you can actually proxy for more than 3 waves. Generally 3 is about the limit where you have to stop because the jungler will come to gank you. But because junglers are prioritizing Scuttle Crab so much, you tend to be able to just kind of avoid that and just keep farming and keep proxying, because it's just the risk of the jungler being there is just not existent whenever they're going for Scuttle Crab and just going for players like this. So I'm going for a 4th wave, and then we're gonna execute right after it. Yep, we execute here. I could have actually gone for a 5th wave, but I expected Vi to come gank over here. She didn't gank over here. She actually ganked bottom here, unfortunately. And I think Kaisa goes down. Unfortunate. All good. After my execute, I bought a 2nd Dark Seal and a refill potion. I usually only buy 1 Dark Seal, but Fiora is a bit of a harder matchup that has a lot of sustain in her kit. So I want to be able to match her like sustain for sustain as much as I can in the early game. And the 2nd Dark Seal will help me do that. I do not recommend generally buying more than 2. 2 is pretty much my limit. And I rarely buy 2. Only buy 2 into hard matchups like Fiora, like Kennen, Jace, Darius, stuff like that. Against easy matchups, you really don't need 2, but 2 is the absolute limit of what I would buy in terms of Dark Seals. So we're just going to go ahead and start the lane versus Fiora, bait her E, and just shove it in slowly. You have to kind of be like just let champions like this whenever they're conceding ground like this. You just kind of have to push it in if you can. If she gives you the fling because she used her E, then that's good too. Get like a small trade on there. The trade looks pretty bad for me because she got her passive procs and stuff like that off, but I do have the Dark Seals to help sustain me, and I did get a little bit of damage on her there too. She actually tries to get smart and wait, oh yeah, she killed me here. Okay, I forgot. So what happened there was, let's back it up here. She gets a bunch of vital procs here, and I assumed I was probably going to go for the 1v1 if I remember correctly. So here I know that her riposte is still down, so I can potentially go for a fight here. She fights me here, go for the ignite, and yeah, we just trade kills because I have a minion wave. Even though she had triumph and stuff like that, the ignite plus a minion autos will be more than enough to take her down. Sadly, I did not survive that, but getting a kill against a Fiora is pretty good for Singe anyways. With the full AP Dark Harvest build, you actually scale very similarly to her. And I know that's going to sound very weird to a lot of you guys. who are used to playing versus the Fiora, and you're used to just getting outscaled whenever you play Singed. With the full AP Dark Harvest build, you actually are pretty good at dealing with her in a 1v1, because you will deal just about as much damage to her in an all-in as she will deal to you, provided that you don't mess up your abilities and you actually use your W properly to kite her out and stop her from spamming Q and stuff like that. And you guys will see I get a really good 1v2 double later on. Here I'm just playing back because I was pinged away from the try by my jungler, so I'm just going to go ahead and trust my jungler's word that Vi was there, and she was there. She walked out just now, we saw. And then we're just going to keep trading with the Fiora slowly. She's going to hit 6 a little bit before me because she does have teleport, and the teleport gives her an EXP advantage, but whenever my Ignite's back up, I do have the 1v1 advantage slightly with that in the full AP build. I actually bought a cloth armor also, because the cloth armor I'm going to build into Seeker's Arm Guard. So ZHONYAS is part of my core build as full AP Singe, and against that enemy team they have one Vi, one Fiora, one Zed, and one Caitlyn, so they have 4 different AD champions. Obviously Fiora deals a lot of true damage, but I think that she deals enough physical where getting an early Seeker's Arm Guard is actually going to be very beneficial here. You get up to 45 armor and up to 45 AP from Seeker's Arm Guard, which is just very good stat line against their team. And since I'm not going Ninja Tabby, I would like to have some form of early armor against that team, so Seeker's Arm Guard, I decided this game was going to be that early armor item. It does put you a little bit far behind in terms of like getting your core build, but I think that the little bit of safety that you get from it is worth it. And because I'm going Sorcerer Shoes over Ninja Tabby pretty much every game, I find that the Seeker's Arm Guard is a very good item into champions like this. Seeker's Arm Guard, by the way, guys, also very good against champions like Jace and Darius. If you're struggling against them, I'd recommend trying out Seeker's Arm Guard Rush. I'm actually permabanning Jace right now because I think Jace is probably like the most powerful solo queue champion for top lane. But against, like, you know, Riven's, Fiora's, Renekton's, Darius's, Nar's, stuff like that, Seeker's Arm Guard, very good buy if you feel like you need the armor. So right here we're just gonna channel the recall. Actually, no, I see Vi and Warwick maybe getting to a fight over here, so I walk over, and then they just kind of back off. So I have 1 potion charge left. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna go ahead and take another wave and then recall. Yeah, so I dropped the Ghost Burrow there. We're gonna keep farming. You notice whenever Fiora actually queues onto me, I'm not using my fling until she uses her riposte. That's kind of like, that's kind of how you have to play it. If you think you can get the fling, like if you think she's gonna queue towards you, and then you go and like you just channel the fling, like you buffer it, then you can sometimes get it off. But generally, a level 6 Fiora versus a level 6 Singe, if she stuns you with her riposte, you're gonna die, because she can actually channel her, she can actually cast her ultimate during the channel of her riposte. So if she sees you flinging, she can just ult you and then get 1 stack instantly off of her ultimate, and then just chase you down with the other 3. So you really have to be careful with how you play the fling against Fiora for that reason. Alright, so we got Seeker's Arm Guard, got Double Dark Seal, got Boots, got a Pink Ward, a Corrupting Potion. Right now, we're in a very good spot to just crush this lane, because I'm going to start having a lot of armor now. So Seeker's Arm Guard, yeah, plus 30 armor, plus 20 AP, and then you get 15 bonus armor and 15 bonus AP every, like, after 30 unit kills. It stacks up to 30 times, and you get 1/2 of each. You get 1/2 armor and 1/2 AP for killing a minion or whatever. So after that 1 wave, I already have plus 4 armor and plus 4 AP, which is really good. Here, just walking past the tower, because I'm going to try and get a proxy. Fiora ults me. As soon as she ults me, you want to put your W down on yourself, and then just pop your ghost and start running. Start kiting. I'm not using my fling, so she still has a riposte. She riposte there, so now I'm able to use her fling if I need to. They're chasing me through poison. Turn around, she chases me, ignite fling, she'll die. Zed comes. You put the W down on Zed here, I think. Oh, I didn't actually, I just dodged him straight up. So he comes up, put the W down here so he can't kite away. Fling him, he's dead, and then Vi actually just runs away. So we used Ultimate and Ghost and Ignite for a triple kill, because I was able to be patient and then wait for Fiora to riposte. If I did my fling earlier, then she would have actually just turned around and killed me, because I wouldn't have had the damage to execute Fiora, and then Zed would have just jumped on me and probably auto-attacked me to death. But because Fiora was dead, he actually had to respect my damage output. Recalled, I sold my Pink Ward because I didn't actually put it down. I bought a Blasting one there, so now we have plus 41 AP from Seeker's Arm Guard and plus 40 AP from Blasting One, and then we have 33 AP from Dark Seal. So we have quite a lot of AP right now. I actually have 149 AP at level 9 as Sin, which is really good at this stage. You're kind of low on health with this Seeker's Arm Guard build, because I'm not rushing Ruby Crystal and Ruby Crystal Blasting One for Haunting Guys and Leandries. but I think that it's still okay with this build because I am really far ahead, and my damage output is very respectable. And because they have physical top, physical mid, and physical AD carry, triple AD, the armor, I think, is going to go a lot longer. Like, it's going to give me more value than a Ruby Crystal would. Like, if they had an AP jungler, and then I'd probably go, like, Ruby Crystal there instead of Blasting Wand, but because they have, a AD jungler, AD mid, and AD top, I'm just going to go with the Seeker's Arm Guard instead. Walked under tower there and auto-attacked it for a tower plate, which is worth it, even though I lost a lot of health. I have the double Dark Seal for sustain with my Corrupting Potion. Not to mention, Ravenous Hunter and Taste of Blood also give me a little bit of sustain on top of that too, which is really nice to have. So here it's gonna, the game's gonna slow, the pace for me is gonna slow down quite a bit because I'm basically just, you know, shoving her in and then keeping the tower pressured. She walks over here because they have vision on Warwick, but then she has to come back around because I'm just pushing her lane so hard. I have 154 AP right now, so she actually has to respect my ability to just farm the minion waves super quick. They don't die slowly, they die very fast. Like, she wants to fight the Warwick over here, but she can't because she's gonna lose a lot of minions on her tower. Here, we just get the poison, fling her back into the W here. And she loses about half her health. She regens a bit with Time Warp Sonic and her Corrupting Potion, but it still worked out well for us because we're just putting pressure down on Fiora. We lost bot tower because my bot lane's getting absolutely demolished, so what we're going to do instead is run mid after the proxy, and we're going to put Rift Herald down and start sieging these towers. And that's something that I actually had to, this is important, something that I actually had to ping my Warwick to do, because he wasn't actually going to put Rift Herald down until I pinged him to do it, but it's very important to use it here whenever we have mid lane priority and top lane priority. So here the Zed walks up, I fling him into my grounding and Cassie's grounding, so he just dies instantly. We actually force Fiora's TP off of that, and then they can't do much else after that because we're already gone. I just pop my ultimate, pop my ghost, fling him into my team, give the ignite, then we just kill Zed. If he's facing Singed and Cassio, which are the two grounding champions in the entire game, which means champions like Zed, who have a lot of mobility, have to play very carefully, because if they're not careful, they just walk into a grounding and get killed just like that. Unfortunately, Cassio dies there. So I recalled, I finished my Liandry's, so I have Liandry's, Seeker's Arm Guard fully stacked, double Dark Seal. I actually have 182 AP at level 10 at 13 minutes in. And then that with my Dark Harvest, which has 5 stacks, is going to be a lot of damage out. But I wish the replay would actually show how much damage my Dark Harvest is doing at this point, but I don't think there's a way to see it unless I recorded this game live, which sadly I didn't. Which would have been awesome. But I see my bot lane's dying, Warwick got killed just there, and then I think the Kai'Sa is going to die too, so what I'm going to do is just run it down mid, because I feel like, do I? No, I don't. I made a mistake there. I should have been hitting the mid tower. The mid tower was a good target for me. I could have actually taken the tower there, so that's my mistake. Going back top lane here to farm. See, I mean, that's the important part, guys. I'm learning from my own mistakes too. That's kind of why I really missed making videos like this, because one of the things I always said about these videos is I get to analyze my own mistakes and I get free videos to put on YouTube, so it's kind of a good deal for me. Instead of getting mid tier 2, I'll actually get top tier 1, which like it's not as good, but it's something, right? They're gonna get our mid tier 1, which is fine. Like they killed bot lane, so they're gonna rotate mid and get mid tier 1. If I killed the next creep wave, I could have probably saved this tower and then killed this top tower later because I'm so far ahead of Fiora, but it's just at this point I don't think it's worth it, because there's always like you still have to run the risk, and I think I did make the mistake of not going there in time. With Liandry's, we flash farm these waves very fast. My mid lane just got a kill. No, oh, sorry, my mid lane, my Warwick just got a kill, which is very good. We're gonna fight over blue buff. Okay, guys, I'm gonna pause this here, and you guys are gonna see this. One of the biggest, most important things about this full AP, like heavy hitting, like carry Singed build that I've been running, is you have the ability to actually take jungle minions, like, effectively without losing all of your health, and you do it quickly, too. The standard tank Singed build has this problem where and it's the most ridiculous problem for a champion to have, I think, where they just can't farm jungle camps. It feels like you're playing a support, because, like, Bruiser, like, Ryla's Liandry's into tank items Singed will do jungle camps so slowly that even though he has tank items to tank the camps, he just does it so slowly that you end up taking more damage than you even should, because you're just not doing enough damage to them, and then they get a chance to just hit you over and over. But with the full AP build with Ravenous Hunter, I'm actually healing while I'm taking this, and it's dying very quickly, to the point where Fiora, she's even scared to just walk into the bush and check me. Put the W down, she pops her paw, she panics, get the fling, she's dead. And that with the ultimate too. I didn't technically have to ult there, but I figured because Fiora was checking me that the rest of her team would show up and be right there, but then they just kind of weren't, so it was a waste of my ult cooldown. I noticed that in my Singe gameplay, I get very, very hasty sometimes with using my ultimate, and that's a mistake that I make, is sometimes I use it too early. But I do notice that sometimes other Singe players just use their ult too late or not at all. I think if I learn to use my ultimate a little bit later, then it can benefit my play greatly, because sometimes I do think I pop it too early, and that's one of those situations right there. Recalled by bought Sorcerer Shoes and Blasting One. Sorcerer Shoes, obviously core for this build. Magic Penetration. Singe lost Magic Penetration from his runes. He lost Magic Penetration from Masteries. Used to get +9 from runes. You would get like +7 from the old Masteries. Then you got +20 from the old Abyssal Scepter. Then you would get +15 from Leandries before that. And he lost all of that Magic Pen. And the only Magic Pen you can really buy now in-game is Sorcerer Shoes. So that's part of the reason why I think Sorcerer Shoes is such an important buy for Singe right now, because he just doesn't really have access to Magic Penetration otherwise. And Magic Penetration, whenever you only have one real damage ability, which is your Poison Trail, is very, very, very important. So that's why I kind of say I'd rather have Sorcerer Shoes over any other boots in the game, unless I'm just getting stomped, right? And that's why I think Tabby is important versus a champion like Jace. But because I'm banning Jace permanently, I don't have to really worry about buying Tabby into any matchup. There are other top lane champions that can be hard to play against right now, like Nico and Nico and who else is there? There's like Vladimir, Swain, Kennen, Ryze. Some people are playing like Lulu. There's a lot of like ranged champions in top lane that are very difficult right now to deal with, and I just think that Jace is probably the most OP out of all of them, so he's probably worth the ban in my opinion. Right here, what I'm doing is just walking back and forth between top and mid. I'm just waiting for reaction to happen. I want to be near my team, no matter what happens. So, and because I'm so far ahead of Fiora, I'm able to just clear a wave and then walk towards mid, clear a wave, go back top, clear a wave, walk towards mid. So I have like a 50-50 shot of being in mid if something happens, because I'm just clearing and walking back, clearing and walking back. That's what Fiora's doing too. She's clearing and walking back. This is something that a lot of players that I coach and like people on my stream struggle with, is at this stage in the game they just kind of don't know what to do. This is what you do, right? Whenever you're this far ahead and you're trying to get to a point in the game where you're able to like go past the mid game, this is what you do. You just clear the wave and then you go back mid. You clear the wave, you go back mid, or you clear mid, you go back bot. Or if you lane swap and you're going bot now, you clear bot, you go mid. You clear bot, you go mid. You clear bot, you go mid, just like that. And because I'm mid and not stuck top right now, slowly pushing the Fiora, I can just go mid and help siege this tower. We kill the tower, and then we just go right back towards top lane. Just kind of repeating that for a little bit while we have like this mid-game lull. And because I have the full AP Dark Harvest build, I don't have to worry so much about the Fiora outscaling me, because I just do so much damage that she has to respect my damage output even if she goes late game. And that's part of the reason I think why I think this build is just wonderful for Singed. Here we're just flash farming the wave, farm that super duper quick because I have a lot of AP, then we just run past and farm this wave too. I'm gonna recall here and buy, I think, yeah. So I recall here, I think I bought Rylai's, so now I have Leandries, Rylai's, fully stacked Seekers, Sorcerer Shoes, Corrupting Potion, and Dark Seal. I have 260 AP 19 minutes into the game, which is very, very good. At this point, level 13 with the level 2 ultimate, my ultimate's giving 55 AP, so that combined with Rylai's, Leandries, Sorc Shoes is gonna do so much damage, not even including the Seeker's Arm Guard. Right here, look at this, guys, look at this, look at this. Just the fling plus poison on Fiora. Watch this damage output. We're gonna see how much MR does she have. Okay, so she has base MR, which I mean a lot of bruisers top lane are gonna have base MR. I'm surprised she doesn't have MR yet, Merc Treads, but just watch this. She has 1500 or 1600 HP. Fling plus poison. Look at this. She goes down to 988. She goes down to 888, 800, 780. She goes down to 800, 750 AP before I pop my ultimate. Or, sorry, not AP. She goes down to 750 HP from full health from a fling and poison trail. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. There, I think I got too greedy with my ultimate again. But the good part here is the Baron is spawning soon. We have triple Mountain Dragon because we had good Dragon RNG and Warwick got all of them. So we just, our power play to just nuke Baron down and melt it is very, very good. They're so scared of me right now because I'm such a big damage threat that they have to, 1, back off, and 2, deal with the Kai'Sa over here. We're going to clear this blue buff as it comes up, and I think we're going to just duo the Baron right after it. So yeah, I actually did 800 damage there to Fiora with Fling plus Poison, which is crazy. Yeah, because she's how much HP? Yeah, she's 1600 HP and she got done 800 health, so about half her HP, 800 health. Here, yeah, we're just going to do Baron with Triple Mountain. We're going to absolutely melt this with my AP and Warwick auto attacks. Whenever it gets below half health, we just shred this thing. Yeah, he does a really good smite too. We almost lost this, but he got a great smite here. This is something that's important. My ultimate is down. I'm going to pause this actually, so... Or not pause, I'm gonna go back. So this is very, very important, guys. My ultimate is down, so after the fight breaks out, after Baron, I'm gonna back off, and I'm not sure exactly why my team fought whenever we don't have, like, we don't have my ultimate, and we're losing health doing Baron, Soraka's losing health. It's just not a good fight for us to take. So I'm not sure it's a good fight, and I'm glad that I walked away after this, but my team kind of runs in, and then we lose our Baron buff, sadly. Yeah, so these guys, they just chase the Vi, they get smacked, Soraka flash fused. Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's really bad. She should not do that ever as a support. So Caitlyn just kind of cleans up here, which is sad. Kaisa kills the Fiora, which is good. And then, oh, yeah. I think, yeah. So Cassier gets out, and I get out too. The reason I didn't fight that is because my ultimate was down, because I'm very, very ult-reliant champion. I think if I didn't use my ultimate earlier on this fight here, because I made the mistake of popping it on the Fiora because I thought she would get away, which, again, that's just me popping my ultimate too soon. If I didn't do that, I could have fought with my team and probably wiped them out there. So that if you really think about it, if you really, really think about that fight, it's probably my fault. But that's okay. So here, I'm just going to go for red buff. I think the reason I'm going for red buff is for health regen at this stage, and I kill it very fast, and whenever you're sieging with Singe, you need health regen of some sort, so I've just been taking red buffs later in the game. The Warwick actually pings me back, and he's going to rage quit the game, because he said if you take the red buff, I'm quitting. So I took the red buff anyways, because I didn't really give a shit if he left the game, and then he actually left the game, so it is what it is. He ends up coming back eventually, because he wants his LP. But I don't like to be held hostage over a red buff, so I just took it anyways. It's the principle of it. He doesn't need red buff at this stage anyways. He has a lot of healing on his kit, and I do need the healing quite a bit, so... a player better than him would recognize the fact that Singe does need health regen during a siege, and he's not a good player, so he didn't know. And now that Warwick's gone, I'm actually just going to clear his entire jungle so I can buy my next item. Look at that, guys. Not even taking any damage from the minion camps. Recall here. I'm actually going to buy ZHONYAS and a stopwatch, I think. Oh, I didn't buy the stopwatch yet. Okay. So I got ZHONYAS. The way that the double ZHONYAS works, and I'll probably talk about this again whenever it happens, is you get one stopwatch cooldown throughout the entire game. If you buy ZHONYAS without ever using your stopwatch, you can buy another stopwatch, and then you can have two. You can have two ZHONYAS actives in one fight. Because you get, no matter what, a static amount of one stopwatch. And that's not tied to the ZHONYAS as a whole, it's tied to the stopwatch itself. So if you use stopwatch and then build it into ZHONYAS, you only get one. But if you buy ZHONYAS as a whole without ever using stopwatch, if you're really fed, then you use stopwatch again, or you buy stopwatch again, you have two. Here I see my team getting collapsed on, pop my ghost, pop my ultimate, see Caitlyn put a trap down, not even gonna bother with her. Get the poison on Morgana, Morgana takes a shit ton of damage, dies super fast, and then Vi dies too. Dark Harvest doing a lot of work for me there. They have to respect my damage output. They don't respect my damage output, so they die. That goes over the wall. We get Infernal Dragon. We have really good dragon control. We have tons and tons and tons of extra damage and utility from dragons. I have 435 AP after that with my ultimate running, and after getting that Infernal Dragon, which means that Poison Trail is doing 60 plus 100. Sorry, hold on. I think it wore out right there. My Poison Trail is doing 60 plus 174 magic damage per second, which is very, very crazy. Obviously, that gets heavily reduced by MR, but I do have Sorc Shoes, so it's less reduced than you would think. Here, Caitlyn is just trying to, like, protect her tower and put traps down and stuff like that, so I'm going to back off. We're kind of wasting Baron, which is why I'm spam pinging my assist, because so people can siege with me, but no one siege with me, so we just back off. We did get Dragon, and Warwick did get a kill on Fiora, which is very, very good. What I'm thinking now at this stage is I need to find a way to carry this game, because my team is not trying to siege properly. I can sell my corrupting potion here, and then just grab stopwatch. The great thing about this build, especially late game for Singed, is you don't rely on your corrupting potion to heal as you farm minion waves. The Bruiser Singe build, like, you know, Rylai's Leandries, and then full tank items, that build is very, very... It's so... It's a classic build, and I like it, and I wish the meta was good for it, because I do like the build a lot, but it has so many shortcomings, right? It can't farm jungle minions, it can't really deal reliable damage, you can't 1v9 carry, and I think the biggest, like, most stupidest thing about that build is late game, you have to keep your corrupting potion, because the minions will actually deal so much damage to you that if you don't have corrupting potion, you're just gonna get hit, and you have to recall after you farm minion waves. It's the most ridiculous thing when you're level 16 and you're like 4 items and you have to recall. Okay, watch this, guys. This is the the double ZHONYAS fight that I was talking about at the start of this video. So we're just going to try and clear out blue buff. They're all coming down. Warwick is here and Cassio is here, but Cassio will actually die instantly, and Warwick just leaves, so it ends up being a 1v5 with like Soraka giving me an auto attack. So Cassio dies instantly, Warwick leaves. I walk down, fling the Morgana. My ult is down. I pop the first ZHONYAS, ult here after the ZHONYAS, and then pop the second ZHONYAS. Fuex in a poison, dies. Ignite, fling the Vi, she dies, and then ignite the Vi, fling the Zed, and then they both die with the poison and dark harvest procs. Soraka runs up here and gets killed by Caitlyn, but then I fling the Caitlyn, she dies too. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show that one more time where I don't talk over the entire thing because I feel like that play deserves more attention. One more time. Okay, here you go. Oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. You will never ever see a bruiser or tank Singe do stuff like that. It is just not gonna happen. You can't hard carry with those builds. I don't care how good you are at Singe, it's not a hard carry build. If you guys want a hard carry with Singe, this is the build to do it with. For reasons like that. That one play by itself helped my team win this game. The Warwick was rage splitting in mid lane, my Cassiopeia was getting caught every time. Like, Kai'Sa was doing well, but even Kai'Sa was struggling against Caitlyn. And getting outscaled and stuff like that by the Caitlyn auto attack, so if it didn't do that, we probably would have ended up getting slowly outscaled by Caitlyn and Fiora. So that was really good. Here, as we siege the inhibitors, I'm just trying to keep the Fiora away from my Kai'Sa, because Kai'Sa is very vulnerable to getting all in by the Fiora. And then we get top inhibitor, we get mid inhibitor, then we just back off. Over here, I'm going to grab the red buff really quickly because I have full AP and it just dies super duper fast. Get the red buff for health regen, then I'm going to recall. At this point, I can sell my stopwatch and get another item, I think. How much gold do I have? Yeah, I have 2,700 gold, so I'm going to sell that and get a Shrelia's, I believe. Yeah, Shrelia's. Now I have 546 gold left. I could have bought an elixir, but I thought my team was going to throw it, so I didn't buy an elixir. Instead, I bought Shrelia's, which is really, really important for Singe. Obviously, it's like the AP. It's like the AP mini RG, which is really good for him. So here, I think they blow Fiora's Flash, which is good. We're getting ready for the Baron because we have triple Mountain and an Infernal Dragon. This is like a dream Baron setup. We're gonna kill this Baron so fast. It's absolutely crazy. Just clear the pink wards here. We walk into Baron, and then look at how fast this thing dies, guys. It's crazy. How do you stop a Baron like this when an enemy team can kill it in 5 seconds because they have triple Mountain and Infernal Dragon? We have mid inhib and top inhib, so we're just gonna all group bottom. We're gonna end this game really quickly. I think here I bought an elixir, I believe. Yeah, I bought an iron elixir there. How much gold do I have? 484. Yep. So this will be fine. I'm basically full items. I'm not selling this Dark Seal just yet because with a fully stacked Dark Seal, you actually get a little bit more AP than a Blasting Wand. But if I were to die and lose these stacks, I'd sell it for a Blasting Wand. Here, just pushing bottom with Baron. Very, very important to speed up these minion waves so they can crash in the tower quickly. Warwick rage splitting top lane for some reason. Don't understand that guy, but it's okay. We're just gonna grab these towers. We're gonna have a really, really nice end game here. Kai'Sa at this stage in the game will absolutely destroy these turrets quickly. I'm actually doing a lot of damage to the turrets to myself. I'm doing like 300, 400 damage per auto attack. The Cassio walks up and gets caught, which is well expected. Zed actually teleports into a grounding for my W, so he will die even though they kill Cassio. Yeah, let's slow this down a little bit. Cassio walks up, whips her ultimate, Gets smacked by Zed. Wastes her... not Shirley's, her Seraph's cooldown. Zed ults Soraka. Doesn't really get damage down. He jumps into my grounding and dies. I'm gonna put this back at normal speed. I'm gonna just pop everything and run into the Nexus towers because I can. I'm super powerful. Watch Morgana just completely get demolished by the Dark Harvest cooldown. Caitlyn's standing there trying to auto attack, fling her into my team. She'll die super quick too with the Dark Harvest. And yeah, we just kind of kill everybody and end this game. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I know I'm a little bit out of practice with doing these replay reviews of mine because it's been, I think, like years since I've actually put one out. It's been like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I don't know if I can go back and check. But I want to do more of these because I'm having a lot of fun with League of Legends, playing the full AP Singe build again. And it's been a really good time. So expect more of these, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.